why is it that PGA Tour players, when they're hitting bunker shots, make it look so easy, and then the average amateur, when he gets in the bunker, struggles tremendously and they're afraid of the shot? Today I want to share with you some of the things that the PGA Tour players are doing that you may not be doing, and if you implement some of these changes, you're going to start hitting much better bunker shots. My name is Brad Turner. I'm the Director of Online Instruction for the College of Golf at Keiser University. Make sure you subscribe to our channel below and you'll get great content. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that we see bunker players do. The first thing that I would tell you is that when it comes to hitting a bunker shot, that's the only shot in golf that I know that we're purposely trying to miss the golf ball. We're trying to hit the sand first. And when we enter the sand, we're going to enter the sand probably about 3 to 5 inches behind the golf ball. All right, so that's one of the things you got to understand. It's 3 to 5 inches behind the golf ball is where the club is going to enter the sand. It's not 1 inch. It's really not even 2 inches. Sometimes you hear that, but the reality is when you measure it, 3 to 5 inches is a pretty good number. The second thing is you need a sand wedge with bounce. So what is bounce? Bounce is the angle from the trailing edge to the leading edge, okay? And that needs to be about between 10 and 14 degrees. This one has 14 degrees bounce. The more bounce, the better off you're going to be, okay? So those are the two things up front that you need to know, because understanding the concept of the shot is going to make a big difference. And then finally, the setup adjustments that you have to make are really critical. When I see someone set up to hit a bunker shot, if they're setting up in a proper manner, I feel like the player has a really good chance of hitting a good shot. But some of the most common errors that you see, I'll demonstrate a couple of the things that we do not want you to do, but we see it oftentimes with higher handicaps. When hitting a bunker shot, they'll play the ball too much in the center, and then they'll push their hands too far forward. And when that happens, when you start pushing the handle too far forwards, you take away any of the bounce that you need to get the ball out of the bunker. So that's those are two common ones. And then from a target line view, they'll set up too close to the golf ball. All right? So when you're too close to the golf ball, shaft leaning forward, ball too far back, it's a recipe for disaster. So what do the PGA Tour players do? Let me demonstrate to you what they do. We'll start with face on first. I'll start with my feet. I'd like to see you guys widen your stance a little bit, and then I want you to push your both knees a little bit forward towards your target. Okay, you don't want to be sitting back on the right side, so a little bit more weight on the lead foot. And then, as I said earlier, we're going to try to hit 3 to 5 inches behind the golf ball. So for that to happen, you need to position the ball 3 to 5 inches forward of your swing center, which would be your sternum. All right, so I'm going to position the ball a little bit more forward, and when I set up, I don't want the handle too far forward. As I had pointed out earlier, you want the handle back more towards your belt line. So the shaft is pretty straight as you see it here. Maybe a little bit forward's okay. Too much is a big problem. All right, so and then the last thing from this view, when you set up and you open the face and then you grip the golf club. That's another common error is players will set up and then they'll open the face. They'll just twist their arms to open up the face. And what you really want is to open the face and then hold on to the golf club. So that's some target line adjustments that you need to make. And then from a target line view, let me get my pointer here. Okay, so from a target line view, a couple setup adjustments that you want to make is you want to get a little bit further away from the golf ball. All right, so the further away you are, the shallower that shaft angle is going to get. And that's going to be very beneficial for you in hitting soft bunker shots. All right, so make sure that you are your weight should be a little bit towards the balls of your feet, increase knee flex, and then the handle is going to ride a little bit lower than normal. All right? So from this perspective, watch how when I open the face and I lower the handle, I have a magnetic pointer on the face of the club, and you can see that changes dramatically. If I stand really close and open the face, look where that pointer's aimed at. It's going to be very hard to hit good bunker shots that way. So when you open the face and lower the handle, get a little bit further away, now you're in great position to hit a good bunker shot. All right, so understanding those important concepts, understanding the setup is going to put you on a path to hitting much better bunker shots. You may not make it look as easy as a PGA Tour player, but you're going to be on your way to hitting much better bunker shots, and that's for sure. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any comments, we're happy to respond to those. Just leave those comments below. Thanks for watching.